Alright, guys, we're back with What Remains of Edith Finch. I mean, this game is just weird. Um, we need Dawn, Milton, Lewis, and Edie. So this could be the last episode. But I mean, it's insane that the only person that actually lived any type of life was Edie. I mean, yeah, Walter and Odin made it to their 50s. And Sam made it to 33, but 33 is nothing. Dawn did make it to 48. But I mean, wow. Yep. And I think we're going up here now.
My mom moved up to the loft after her brothers died.
That only makes sense.
At the time, it was as far away as she could get.
Oh, yeah. Alright, and back up we go. You can't just put a fireman's pole there and expect me not. You know? Alright, now let's actually look at everything.
Religion was another thing my mom never talked about, but I think it helped her a lot after her dad died. She spent a summer building houses in Calcutta, where she met my dad, Sanjay.
Okay.
My mom moved to India a week after graduation and got a job teaching English. Lewis was born a year later.
Lewis. I don't see a homie named
When my
Lewis.
dad died, I don't think Mom knew where else to go. I'm sure Edie was happy to have her back. The house had to get a little bigger, but Edie was used to that. And for a while, things were good. Almost normal.
Let me open stuff, bro.
But it didn't last. The beginning of the end was Milton's 10th birthday, when Edie gave him a castle.
Oh? What happened? Push? Pull. Oh, he was figuring out how to paint his door. Oh, that's so cool. Well, that's pretty cool too. Yeah, we still got a little bit to go.
Milton Finch in The Magic Paintbrush.
Interesting. No, don't tell me he makes the door and goes through it and that's what...
I was 4 when Milton disappeared.
Milton, you nematode, bro.
Mom spent months searching for my brother. Then she sealed the doors.
Why would you do that, bro?
Whatever Milton had found in the house, Mom didn't want it getting out.
Anything back around this side? Nope. Oh, I thought there might have been something a little secret. See, that house, the old house sitting there, makes me wonder a lot.
Mom definitely blamed Edie, but I think Lewis blamed himself. After he graduated, he just spent more and more time in his room. Until Mom got him a job at the cannery.
Is Lewis on the paper? Oh, he is. Okay. Okay, we can't go that way. Oh, you spoke at a ghost!
Lewis's room smelled very, very familiar. That part of him lived on.
Why did we walk out? Oh, because I turned around.
Lewis and I spent a lot of time playing games together, but he was surprisingly bad at them. He died a lot.
Dear Mrs. Finch, as Lewis's psychiatrist, I can understand your desire for an explanation. As I see it, the trouble began in January, shortly after we convinced your son to seek treatment for substance abuse. Newly sober, I believe Lewis first noticed the monotony of his daily life. He kept working at the cannery, but he withdrew part of himself. In our sessions, I saw the same behavior. His mind began to wander.
Oh.
I asked him to describe it. He said he started small. Imagining a labyrinth. He'd feel his way about. Then something moved. Bats. And toads. And things that had not names. He knew it was all in his head. But he took it very seriously. I had hoped he'd find himself. But he found something more.
This is
I worried
crazy.
about him then. Daydreaming at the cannery. I spoke with his boss. but he said Lewis had become a model employee. Methodical, tireless, focused. Like a whole new Lewis.
I'm cooking.
So I let him go on.
Which was a mistake.
I even encouraged him. It seemed very promising at first. He told me he'd made a new friend. On the edge of a city he named Lewis Topia. He built the city up slowly, brick by brick.
Okay.
Then he made musicians.
He's starting to go really crazy.
And songs for them to play. He talked about starting a band. And he was always humming something. Every day his imagination grew stronger. He no longer spoke at the cannery. But his chopping was as reliable as ever.
He got
And one
stuck
day
in
it
his own
struck
world.
him
What did?
that all the cheering crowds,
Weren't
even
real.
the stones under his feet, were all in his imagination. So he could do whatever he wished. He held an election for mayor. And he won.
Little Mario, right there.
They begged him to stay, but his mind was already wandering. It became a game for him.
Bro, this is tough.
He'd conquer a city, then immediately push on. New Louisville. St. Louis. He started drifting away from our reality.
Tell me he wasn't already drifting?
Minneapolis.
Minneapolis.
Until one
is
day
a-
he
is a
forgot to
funny-
go home from the cannery. Even as his mother pleaded with him, part of Lewis kept sailing on.
Wow.
In Lewisburg, he heard rumors of a
Handsome queen.
handsome queen. The queen was on her own quest for
Sinister serpents.
sinister serpents.
Oh my god.
He followed the sound of her
Silver harp.
silver harp. His chase led him to a golden palace east of the sun and west of the moon. Even then, his logic remained sound.
I don't think
He
so.
knew the world was all in his imagination.
It looks pretty going to me.
but he was so proud of having created it. In his own eyes, he'd become something greater than a king.
He became a god. Right? Right?
For someone who'd never known success in the real world, I think it was overwhelming. And then it struck him that the real Lewis was not the one chopping salmon, but the one climbing the steps of a golden palace.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Insanity. It's like legitimately
My
slipping.
imagination is as real as my body, he told me. It was hard to argue with him.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
He began to forget the world we know.
What's gonna happen? He's gonna
I think
accidentally
it pained him to
chop
remember
himself.
Lewis, the cannery worker.
We're not about to fake Lewis, kill real Lewis, because fake Lewis is upset that real Lewis is a bum. That's not what's about to happen. But it is. That's us, gang. But this is God us.
He began to despise the man with a royal contempt. I still thought I could save him. Even after he said he was being crowned king over all the lands of wonder.
Nah, he gone.
The palace would be packed with his companions.
He gone. But they waving them arms though. Look at my man. He jolly as shit.
Including the wise Calico who'd insisted on advising him.
Look at all these people. They jolly as shit, bro. Thank you. Thank you.
His queen waited, holding his crown. There was only one thing left to do.
Put it on. Hey. Ow! Ow!
Bend down his head. And the rest I think you know. Mrs. Finch, your son was a kind man who will be missed by all of us who knew him.
That was insane.
My brother was really cool. I wish you could have met him.
You straight up lost his sanity, which sucks.
On the way back from Lewis's funeral, my mom told me to start packing. She waited until the day before we left to tell Edie. I'm not sure if she wanted to make it easier or harder. wish we'd stayed. But I understand why we left. My mom ended up leaving everything behind.
Don't blame her.
What happened that night had been coming for a long time. Maybe it should have come sooner.
Burb. Burb. Stars.
But it had to end one way or another. All that's left now is to tell you about that last night.
Oh, we're crawling on our hands and knees to small just up here. Nah. Don't tell me we go too. Well, we can't, because we didn't figure out Edie's yet. Nah, Edie and Louis started the same year. I didn't even peep that.
That whole last day, Edie just watched us pack and didn't say a word. Until supper, when she raised her glass and said,
"To our final night together, and all our final nights apart."
Grandma, you know what I said about alcohol. Some of your medications are very
Edith,
specific.
I left a present for you in the hallway. Why don't you go open it? The grown-ups have to argue now.
I'm sorry, you're right. We're all leaving tomorrow. Let's just enjoy our last...
I'm not leaving.
Edith, you're excused.
the power had been shut off that morning, but Edie always had plenty of candles. When my mom sealed the library, I don't think she knew about the other entrance. Or that Edie had a key to it.
Well, we haven't gone in here yet, I don't think. I don't remember. We're maneuvering so much through this house.
What you're afraid of isn't going to end when you leave the house. Edith has a right to know these stories.
My children are dead because of your stories. I think it's best if Edith and I leave tonight. We'll have the nursing home send a van for you in the morning. Okay?
Edie's book.
Dear Edith, there's so many stories I wish I could tell you, but there's only time for one. This is about what happened on the night you were born. That night, the tide went way, way out. It was the first and last time I ever saw the old house aground. There'd been an earthquake out in the middle of the ocean. They called it the lowest tide in 1,000 years. God, it smelled awful. You know, I've seen that house every day of my life.
We finally get to go to the old house.
But I never thought I'd go back to it. When the fog rolled in, I lost my way. I got turned around.
Just walking.
For a while, I wandered. I started seeing things.
There! There! Get back here, there!
things I'd forgotten had ever existed.
Bed.
But when I saw them, they felt like old friends.
Oh, we finally made it to
That
the old house.
night, a lot of things came back to me. Or maybe I came back to them. Things
Whoa!
I can't explain, but that I need you to try and...
Edith, what are you doing in here?
It's mine.
Edith!
Mom, you're gonna rip it. Let go. I kicked and screamed, but Mom dragged me to the car. I never saw Great Grandma Edie again. The next morning, the van came to pick her up, but she was already gone. After
Wow.
that, we moved around a lot. We both tried to make the best of it. A few years went by. My mom didn't like to talk about it. But she started getting sick a lot. The rest happened pretty quickly.
Oh no.
She got better for a while. And then she didn't. And then I was alone. The last Finch left alive.
That's so sad.
Until I found out about you. I'm still not sure what to tell you about all this.
Oh yeah, I'm the
If we
baby.
lived forever, maybe we'd have time to understand things. But as it is, I think the best we can do is try to open our eyes. And appreciate how strange and brief all of this is. This journal was supposed to be for you. But now I hope you'll never see it. I just want to meet you. And tell you all these stories myself.
Yo.
I guess if you're reading this now, things didn't work out that way.
Don't tell me I'm about to be birthed, bro.
This is where your story begins. I'm sorry I won't be there to see it. It's a lot to ask, but I don't want you to be sad that I'm gone. I want you to be amazed that any of us ever had a chance to be here at all. Good luck.
Nah. Should we ever learn what the curse was? Wow. I like the pictures they picked. Old man playing in the sink. Nah, bro, that's insane. Like, that is insane storytelling. We're cycling through everybody. Bro, I had no idea what to expect walking into this, but this was not it. Like, I really don't know what else to say about it. Like, I'm really just, like, taken away. It was done so well. And, like, I wouldn't say each story got worse and worse, but they had their own little twist to it that made it just super depressing. And, like, it was like, you thought you knew what you was going to have. Like, I really thought Lewis was going to chop himself up because of how, who was it? Oh, I forgot her name. In the first episode, when she ate herself, essentially. I thought it was going to be like that, but then they twisted that he didn't. When he ascended to being, whatever you want to call him, the lead of it all, the head of his imagination, he lost his head, so to say. Yo, she got a blinky! But, like, it would have been cool if they would have, like, really said what the curse was and we would actually got to go in the house. Oh, look at all the playtesters. This is a wild credit style. I like it a lot because it's just taking us back to everything. That was cool. I mean, wow. Wow. That was diabolical because I was under the impression the whole time that Edith wasn't going to die because of how it's left off. But she only dies a year after her mom. Essentially, it seems like her mom died, then she got pregnant, had her kid, and this is him revisiting it years later. I mean, unbelievable. I thought Edith was going to be like Edie, hence the name, where she was going to be one of the few that actually lived a long life. I find it interesting that she lived a long life, unless, I mean, realistically, I don't know what would be worse. Being one of these people, or being this one that has to watch all your kids, all your grandkids and all your great grandkids die. Like, really, like, that's awful. Well, I mean, she didn't get to see these two, but I mean, still, like, wow. But yeah, that's the end of what remains of Edith Finch. That's why I like playing these like little indie games, these small publisher games, because the stories they have are normally way better than these AAA games. Because there's just way more thought and detail put into it. They're also a lot more emotionally, like you can connect with them emotionally. But I mean, what a story! I didn't know what to expect coming into this, but I mean, it was great. It was unbelievable. I really would have liked to finish the rest of Edie's book, which is really annoying. Like, I don't know if there's a way to do that. Probably not. But I mean, wow. It's almost like she was going to find the answer to it. Because it's weird that that happened on Edith's day of birth. It's almost like she might have been the end of the curse. I don't know. But yeah. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. I enjoyed it a ton. If you made it to the end, be sure to like, subscribe, comment. Let me know what you think. Let me know what small indie type game you want me to play next. I'm always open to suggestions. Appreciate your time. And I hope to see you guys next time. Peace.